Hello there, this is BlackStarAura again, and we are back. This is Friday, October the 12th, 2012. I have just had the day from hell, so I'll cover some more of Dishonored later, but for now I just want to kick back a little bit until this headache goes away with some more Sherlock Holmes. Let's go. If I remember this right, we figured out that the black stone or black painted stone came from a construction site. The stone that we found near the dead bishop's body, his tortured and mutilated body. And we figured out that the stone came from a hospital in Whitechapel. So we can either go straight to the hospital or go interview this famous poisoner guy who Sherlock suspects may have been behind, may know something about that recent homicide that we are investigating. So I guess there's nothing else to do here. What's this? Sherlock Holmes, the forger. Following the results of our investigations into Mr. Sherlock Holmes, it would appear that his sinister character once double-crossed the police in the engineer's thumb case. Indeed, it would seem that several of the criminals who took part in this story of forged money have reappeared and have been in contact with the famous detective. At the present time, our sources are attempting to uncover more detail. But it is clear, if Sherlock Holmes has found these criminals, why has he not informed the police? Holmes's complicity in this case leaves no shadow of a doubt, but as a measure of fairness and the lack of tangible evidence, we prefer to continue our investigations. O'Farley. Who the fuck is this O'Farley person? Are we gonna have to kick his ass at some point in this game? We'll see later. Anyway, this guy that we're supposed to interview later is Hans Schielman, the rat killer. And he's a poisoner, a serial poisoner. So, I think I'm going to go see him first. Am I fucking stuck? Damn.
What should we do next, Holmes?
We must explore all our leads. Let us take a look at the map of London.
Watson, you are useless. Westgate Jail, Kensington Gardens, Whitechapel Street. Okay, let's go to the jail.
Westgate Prison.
I read this crazy story recently that way back when Sherlock Holmes was...
Here we are at the famous Westgate Prison, one of the oldest and surest in the kingdom.
I've heard that it is soon going to be demolished. Don't you find it strange that it still houses criminals as dangerous as Hans Schielman?
There's nothing strange about it, Watson. The name of this prison is linked with numerous failed escape attempts. As long as it stands, the criminals will fear it.
Good morning, gentlemen. Are you expected?
No, but we wish to meet with one of your prisoners, Hans Schielman.
I'm afraid that at the moment that is impossible. Access to the cells is controlled strictly. You can't go there without permission from the director.
Then would you be so good as to announce us? I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
famous Holmes and Watson. What an honour. My name is Brighton. Frank Brighton. I'm afraid I can't announce you. I'm not allowed to leave my post, under any circumstances. But I'm sure that the director won't refuse to see you, even without an appointment. Do you see the corridor behind the reception? Follow it to the secretary's office. You'll find him there.
Thank you, Warden Brighton. One last thing. Hans Schielman received any visits lately?
None. And I'm sure because I've dealt with receiving visitors for several weeks now. I volunteered because it's a calm post to be in. We don't get many visitors and it gives me time to write. Just like you, Dr. Watson. I enjoy literature and the...
Very good. Thank you.
That was very impolite, Holmes.
Dick?
That man admires our work. You could have given him...
Another time. Let's go and meet the director of the prison.
For a so-called gentleman, Holmes is a dick, man. And somebody's running stupid-ass scooters outside my window. Anyway, as I was saying, at the time when Sherlock Holmes was crazy popular, like in Victorian times when the stories were first going around, I heard that at a certain point... Why the fuck you so close, bruh? You know, okay, if you're familiar with anyone who writes fiction, sometimes at some point the writer gets fucking tired of writing the same old thing. Like if they get one thing that they become famous for, and it's hugely popular, and they churn out book after book after book, and people are like, oh, like more and more and more, and they're never satisfied. Eventually, the writer is like, you know, screw you, I do what I want, and then poof. So, like Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, for God's sakes. You know, she wrote 7 books of Harry Potter, and, you know, it was time to end it. She was tired. She didn't want to write anymore, so she ended that, and people were all sad and shit. And then, just recently, she came out with a brand new book, and people are like, oh, it's shit! Just because it's not Harry Potter. That's not fair. I mean, it's perfectly, you know, within her right to write whatever the fuck she wants. I mean, if you want Harry Potter so badly, read the books again. Or watch all the movies again, or whatever. Don't take it out on the next, you know, project just because it's not what you're used to. But anyway, with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, he was so frustrated by people Sherlock Holmes, that he decided to kill off Holmes in a story. And people were pissed. They were coming up to him in the street, talking about murderer and shit, and he was like, what the fuck? He probably got death threats and shit too.
This is the entrance to the ordinary prisoner's cell. There's no point in going there.
No, nothing wrong with being an ordinary bitch. Anyway, I'm supposed to go in there. So finally, after tremendous pressure by the public, he brought Sherlock Holmes back. But what the fuck? That must have sucked for him. I felt so bad when I read that.
Sorry, but this area is prohibited without a pass. Please leave.
We must see the prison director quickly.
Also down here.
We must see the prison director quickly.
Well, fuck, I can't go in there? Get out of my way, Watson.
Closed. Good morning, miss.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped off. Good morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We would like to talk to the director.
I'll just go and see if he can receive you.
Tiredness, pale face, stiffness. I believe that the young lady is expecting a happy event.
It would seem so.
Hot tea.
Really?
This charming secretary is Miss Jenny Patterson.
This small rack is for urgent letters to be given immediately to the director. The director's office, Mr. P. Patterson. No need to go in there. Strange. The director and the secretary have the same name.
They're married!
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I am Paul Patterson, director of this establishment. You wish to talk to me? I hope this unexpected visit isn't to announce bad news.
No, do not worry. We are investigating an affair of the highest importance, one which could potentially affect the security of the kingdom. Therefore, it is imperative that we interview one of your prisoners, Hans Schielmann.
Hans, the rat killer. He's been in here for a long while now, and he's had no contact with the outside. How could he be involved in such an affair?
That is what we would like to find out.
And you have been commissioned by Scotland Yard?
Evidently.
Very well. I have complete confidence in you, Mr. Holmes. I will draw up a pass that you should give to Warden James in the guardroom. He will show you to the cells.
Thank you, Director.
Keep me informed of your progress. And if there is anything else, don't hesitate to let me know.
We shall certainly do so.
Miss Patterson, you have the same name as the director. Are you related?
Come, Watson. Anyone who might have made the slightest study of anthropology would have noted the similarities between the young lady and her father.
Mr. Holmes is right, I am his daughter, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I think he's afraid of being accused of favoritism.
I'm sure it was your qualities alone which secured you this position, miss.
Yeah.
If you must try out your powers of seduction, then what do you say about using them on the rat killer?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Holmes, you bitch?
Oh, goodbye, miss.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
So hold on a second. If she's pregnant and she still has the name Miss Patterson, ooh, juicy.
Let's go to the high security area, Holmes.
Friends.
Closed.
Ah, well. Friends. Friends.
Sorry, but this area is prohibited without a pass. Please leave.
I got a pass, bitch. Hold on.
Ah, you've got a pass for the high security area. It's the door at the end. Go ahead.
It is about the signing-in book.